muted. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Good morning, Mr. Kumar. Good morning, Mr. Dr. Venkatesh.
Good to have you once again today with us, sir. If you recall, I was on the panel where I was the moderator of the panel where you had come and discussed with us. Our students had benefited last time. And once again, it's a pleasure for me to welcome you to our session. Nice of you to have spared your time and kindly consented to talk to our students and faculty on agile supply chain management. So it's good to have you, sir. We will start at around, scheduled time is around 10:15, but going by Indian stretchable time, we will give 2 more minutes to our students from all parts of the country to join, and then we'll start. I am given to understand that you would be taking the session for about 45 to 50 minutes. And then we would have about
a big challenge. You professors always give a tough question and you expect us to answer in a short time and do the best. This is a very, very lengthy question on paper. So
that's the beauty of supply chain professional.
I may not follow my professor. If professor gives 60 minutes, I may take 70 minutes without his permission.
Yes, you are most welcome to do that. In fact, that's the beauty of supply chain management professionals. You know, they are very efficient. They are known to be very efficient. So, yes, of course, you can take some time extra. And then towards the end, once you are done, we would open the house for questions and answers from the audience for another about 10-15 minutes, and concluding remarks by our director, Dr. BRV, and then we will end the session. Is that okay with you, sir?
Perfect, sir.
Right. So we will wait for a few more minutes before more of our students join. I think they are in all different parts of the country, and internet has not been very good in some of the parts where the rains are heavy. So some people may be facing some challenges. We'll give them some more time and allow them to join. A few more minutes, I would expect you to be with us. In the meantime, if Dr. Venkatesh would like to say something, sir, over to you in case you want to have a chat with Mr. Nataraj.
Hello, Mr. Nataraj. Very good morning to you. Hello, can you hear me? Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. I think he has gone offline. Maybe some challenge of the network at his end. We hope he rejoins quickly. Yes, he's rejoined.
Yeah, it went off.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Nataraj, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, now it is very clear. So, very good morning to you. And as our Colonel Prasanna said, we will wait for probably about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we can kickstart the webinar.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
I was trying
on our side, there was some internet.
Yeah, I was trying to just search where is the present now button and how do I bring my presentation. That's all.
Oh, share screen, is it?
Yeah. Share screen. How to get the presentation into that was my.
So, open your presentation on your desktop.
Yes, I have done that.
And then at the bottom of your screen, the Meet screen, the browser screen, bottom right, there are 3 dots that you
right bottom.
And there you can share your screen with us.
Right, but I am not able to get the share is not activated there.
No, present now. There is a button called present now. Can you see that button at the bottom of
Wait,
bar?
I will. Present now is there.
Yes.
I have
When you
started
say
present now. Then entire screen, a window, Chrome tab. So I'm asking for a window. Yeah, now I got it. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we are seeing your
Yeah,
screen
it's
now.
opening. Yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay, good.
We can see.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's great, sir. So its time now is about 10:18, and we have a sizable strength. Let me commence the proceedings with giving a brief introduction about our speaker for the day. So I have the honor of welcoming all our students and faculty on behalf of DSc, SC, MBA, BU program, our director, Dr. B.R. Venkatesh, and our faculty members. I welcome everyone to this session of the next episode of Chanakya series of lectures. As we are aware, today's topic is Agile Supply Chain Management, and who could be better placed than that may be because of the network issue, sir. Because we are relying on the hotspot actually. So there is a bit of a challenge in the speed, the internet speed. Who could be better placed than somebody who has practiced supply chain management for life? So many decades of experience that Mr. Nataraj brings. So let me introduce Mr. Nataraj today for you. He was a senior general manager of TTK Prestige till last week. He is as fresh from the industry as it gets. He is just out of the industry after working for decades in supply chain areas. He was managing supply chain activities for all its manufacturing plants, that is of TTK Industries. In that role, his focus was to provide the right material at right time, at right prices, help in adaptation of digital platforms for all supply chain activities and also for vendors, optimize the cost overall activities of supply chain, including logistics components. Mr. Nataraj has earlier held diverse leadership roles for more than 17 years in Eureka Folks Limited, a company we all know very well. He was working in the areas of procurement, logistics, and customer service. With his wide experience over the past 3 decades across various business segments, he has worked at the intersection of management, quality assurance, and IT, helping organizations leverage technology effectively and efficiently. He is an alumnus of RV College of Engineering, Bangalore. He has done a post-graduation in management from Bangalore University. He has another post-graduation in quality systems from BIT Pilani, Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Pilani. So, eminently qualified person, eminently qualified professional with tons of experience under his belt. We welcome Mr. Nataraj today to our Chanakya series of lectures on this session on Agile Supply Chain Management. And I now hand over to our speaker for the day to take the session forward. Over to you, sir, Nataraj, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Professor Prasanna. I was just saying that it's always a challenge to work with professors like Prasanna's and Dr. Venkatesh. They will always give a tough question, probably to make sure that the student and the speaker comes out with the best. When I was telling your Professor Venkatesh that Professor, what the subject you are giving and what the time you are giving will not match, his example was, do you think Krishna in the battlefield had time of 7 hours or 8 hours to preach Arjuna about Bhagavad Gita? I said no. In war, you have very, very little time and somebody is waiting for you to just start. So he said similarly, it's for you to be the Krishna. My boys are good Arjunas. They are good listeners. They are very sharp and intelligent bunch of people. So it's for you to be Krishna and teach them the agile management in less than an hour. I couldn't argue much with that, and I have taken the challenge. Before I start the session, I want to tell you one thing. In India, any program starts with a prayer to the Lord. He is supposed to be the best of gods, correct? Similarly, I want to start the session of supply chain with the best supply chain guy. Best guy who will do deliveries overnight to millions of people. Who gives exactly what the guy wants. Do you know whom I am referring to? Who is the best supply chain guy? Who is the best supply chain delivery guy? If you are wondering what it is, this is the person, Santa Claus. Santa Claus delivers millions of packages on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and he delivers exactly what the child wants. He exactly delivers at the right time. Who is the best deliverer? And he delivers millions of places all around the world on the same day. So it's my privilege to start the supply chain seminar, and it is my honor to.
Sir, one small interruption.
Yeah, take it.
The presentation that you are making is not visible. Can you see it on your screen?
Yes.
Can you now share it again, once again, present now? The slide was not visible.
Okay. No. I have my tab open. Yeah, can you give me the instructions again? How do I start it?
So you open your PPT on your screen.
Yes, it is ready.
Come back to the browser, and when you scroll it around, you will see on the bottom, you will see a button called Present Now.
Yes, I have done the present now. There are three options: entire screen, window, Chrome tab.
So you look at window, you click on window, and then
I took
click
window.
on your, and
I'm
click
not
on the presentation.
Presentation there.
Yes. You're not getting a presentation there, then see entire screen.
Okay, then again I'll start. Yeah, present now. Entire screen. I'm getting my own screen.
Yes. On that, the PPT is seen.
No.
Bring the PPT forward.
How do
Click
I?
on the PPT. Bring the PPT forward.
How do I bring that?
Reduce the size of the browser screen, and you will see part of your PPT. Click on that, it will come forward. Or alternately, you can mail me the PPT. I will open it for you from here, and then on your instructions, I'll keep moving the slides.
Okay.
Can you mail me the PPT?
Let me start the browser again. If it doesn't happen, I'll send it to you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm quitting now.
You're supposed to give the melody, no? You're giving the melody. So has he seen? How do you know it is?
I'll also give him on SMS.
Not telling that, you know, because given. You still, you can hear me?
Sir, I have sent you my mail ID. You can send the PPT to me. I'll open it for you here. Both on SMS as well as on chat.
Prasanna Kumar sir, he has muted it, muted his microphone. You can just ask him to unmute it. I don't know how we are going to convey it.
I am there. I'm sending the email to you, sir.
Let's see.
Mahua ma'am, switch off your video, please. Murthy sir, would you like to switch off your video, please? Murthy sir, would you like to switch off your video, please? Please switch off the video and just be on listening.
Mute your video, please.
Switch off your video feed, please.
Is he hearing or not? Yes, fine.
Yes, fine. Yeah, have you sent me, sir?
Yes. Just check your mail.
Prasanna8@gmail.com. Prasanna is with single S and double N. डाउनलोड हो रहा है.
मिल गया सब?
Received. I am just downloading it. Actually, we are also at a slow internet speed today because of some technical issue at our end. So it's downloading now. I'll open it as soon as it is downloaded. Have you opened both on your mobile as well as on your laptop, sir?
No.
Two windows
on computer.
Anyway, never mind, sir. Can you see now? Can everybody see Agile Supply Chain PPT now?
Yeah.
All right. So this is what is sharing, sir. You can continue now, and you keep telling me when to switch over to the slide next. I will keep switching over to the next slide.
Okay. Thank you, Prasanna, for that help. Yeah, I was saying that there is an echo, very significant echo. I don't know what.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now it should be better. I'm now switched off my mic. So Prasanna, is this okay? Give me a small indication, then you can go on. Okay, can we go to the next
Prasanna,
slide?
go for slideshow.
Now we are at Santa Claus. Can you see? Everybody can see Santa Claus?
Yeah, we can see.
Next slide, please. Prasanna, next slide, please.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure all the management graduates in this session would have read that it is the job of the management to get the right product at the right time, at the right place, and the right cost. Yes, this was a very, very valid till recent times of 2008 to 2009. From then on, the challenges began. Then the world became very, very competitive. Now, it was not the price which mattered at that point of time. In that time, price was the criteria, availability was the criteria. Sometimes in 2005 to 2008, the world changed. World changed and the price was not the criteria. And it became the delivery became the criteria. And people started moving all around the places. So it was a bigger challenge, and this 4 was instead of being the pillars, they became the part of the scheme. Then the few more R's was included. Can we go to the next slide? Sir, next slide. Next. Next. Yes, they wanted, the world wanted the material in the right quantities. Next, in the right condition. Because earlier it was always people used to go and buy. So they bought one number and it was delivered at the same. It was always correct. But now one number was ordered and one number had to be flown from somewhere in the world to this place. And the last R was the right customer. Because today an order is placed by a granddaughter and granddaughter is never available in the house and it is received by the grandmother. So the granddaughter will never know that the granddaughter would come in the midnight and sleep till the grandmother would be asleep in the morning 11 o'clock. So it is important for the company to make sure that it reaches the right customer. Many times that is a bigger challenge today. Yes, sir. Now, let us just understand the fundamental for this session, supply chain, and what is agile supply chain. Supply chain is a network between company and its suppliers to produce and distribute specific product and service. So somebody has to buy something, bring that item to this factory, make sure that it is made in right method, right specification, and ensure that the same is sent and delivered to the right customer with basic supply chain. So supply chain starts with the vendor and stops at the handing over the material to the customer and collecting the necessary money for the business. This is the supply chain. Next, sir. So the entities in the supply chain are producer, whom we are referring, vendor, warehousing, transportation, distribution centers, and retailers. At every point of time, it is important to monitor, measure, and ensure all the 7 R's are done so that the material reaches the customer in the right shape, rate, time. Okay, sir. Now, if that is supply chain, I thought of explaining agility separately because today's subject is agile supply chain. Agile was the word used mostly in sports. It meant quick and fast. And above all, most important was it was said that agile has a strong reflection of word gracefully. So agile becomes very simple. It should be fast and quick, and it should be easy and graceful. So it is now something like a gymnastic performance. He is fast, he is agile. It looks like as though jumping the board is very, very simple, and you will notice that they are doing it with so gracefully that you would love to see and continue seeing it. Am I right? Yeah. Next. Yeah. The agile, when included into supply chain, becomes the following 5 key factors: responsiveness, competency, flexibility, quickness on a real-time basis. So each activity is done with competency, keeping flexibility in mind, and it should be done in time, so that supply chain is very, very responsive to the customer demand. Yeah. The difference between supply chain and agile supply chain is
Nataraj,
you
can you
would
hear me?
notice that
Hello?
instead of half, now
Yes, we can
you
hear you.
see that speed and flexibility becomes the important word.
Nataraj, can you hear me?
So agile supply chain is different from regular supply chain, where the speed and the flexibility becomes the key parameter for the discussion. Probably at this point of time, it would be good to share one important history in India. In Indian history, Kargil victory is one of the important events. In Kargil, to brush your memory, Pakistan had come and had occupied a particular hill in the Himalayan region. That hill always belonged to India, but at this point of time, Pakistan had occupied that hill. Anybody who were trying to climb the hill from eastern portion, Pakistan, who was on the top of the hill, Pakistani soldiers were firing them and driving them away. It was becoming impossible for us to go climb the hill, and they had moved sufficient soldiers and sufficient aircraft guns to drive aircraft of what India had at that point of time, and also soldiers. So India didn't know what to do at that point of time. So, India went and picked up the recent aircraft what we bought in India. And at that point of time, India had not bought this aircraft. They were evaluating. So they went back to France and they said, we want this aircraft temporarily. France gave a very big price for that. India said yes, got the aircraft. Without even Pakistan did not know that India had got this aircraft. In overnight, early mornings, India used this aircraft, bombed the top of Kargil hill, and Indian soldiers very quickly moved to the position and occupied the hill. Now, this is an example of agile supply chain. Agile. India got the aircraft within very few days. They had people to learn that, moved it to the base near Kargil, used it even before the competition knew that they had an aircraft like this. So, if this is an example for agility, each company has its own measurement of agility. Each company has to bring in its own agility to reach its customer before its competition can do it. Today, it is not that you buy many times, many things. You buy only many times, only one item in your 3 years, 5 years. Probably if you are talking about mobile, you buy once in 3 years. If you are talking about refrigeration in your house, you buy once in 7 years. If you want to buy
a small interjection,
buy once in 10 years. So, it is important that you make sure that your speed, whenever a customer wants to buy, it is available to him. And if you want it immediately, it is your responsibility to make sure that it is delivered immediately. Yes, sir.
Sir, one small interjection, please. Can you just switch off one of your screens? You are seen on two browsers actually.
Can I have the next slide, please?
So switch off one, just disconnect one, you will be fine with one.
Sir.
Nataraj, can you hear?
Just one.
Nataraj,
in your browser, you have.
Nataraj, can you hear me? I think Colonel, he is not in a position to hear.
Can you see my presentation now?
You can see your presentation now, yes. Should I stop sharing? Yeah, okay, fine, we can see now.
Okay, Colonel, you can switch off yours.
Mine is off already. The moment he started sharing, mine is off.
But Nataraj's double window is coming. Because of that, there is an echo. Nataraj, you are seen on two browser windows.
Sir, I would request you to close one of your browser windows.
Can you see my presentation?
To open, just open, close one. Yes, we can see the presentation, but we want you to switch browser.
It was in 2002
Prasanna, he is not in a position to hear you, I think.
that this matrix was presented for the first time. by Professor Lee. Professor Lee.
Sir,
Professor Lee.
Can you hear me? Nataraj sir, can you hear me?
When he was talking about demand uncertainty, he brought in this concept where on x-axis, yeah. Hello.
One second. You have opened the two browsers actually. You have seen two browser windows. Please switch off one browser window. Actually, what is happening is there is a severe echo so far because of double output.
Okay.
Okay, where are you now? Both the things are gone. You are seen on both the windows. Because of that, there was dual output and hence there was a severe sound echo. Yes. Then probably you will have to start your presentation also then. Now you are coming in. Yes.
Switch on your audio, please.
Yeah, switch on your audio. Nataraj, switch on your audio. No, keep at a distance your phone. Can you hear my sound? Can you hear my voice? Can you hear me? Hello, Nataraj. Can you hear me?
Switch on your audio, please.
Please unmute your audio.
My audio also should be visible, audible now.
Yes. Yes, now it is okay. Now it's fine. Please go ahead.
Yeah, please go ahead now.
Yeah. Dr. Lee, Professor Lee started this word. For want of a word in telecom and high-end computers and fashion industry, he said you require something called very responsive supply chain, and to make sure that it is available in big numbers, agile supply chains are used. So that's how the word agile supply chain came into pictures. It was just a casual reference in the article he brought about a word called agile supply chains. Now, after 18 years, agile supply chain is a big topic of learning. In fact, that is one of the key buzzword today in the supply chain industry. So, you would have again, as a management student, heard that lean as a very important word, lean supply chain, lean engineering, lean supplies. So, lean is used in high volume, low variety situation, whereas agility is used in high variety and comparatively low volume situations. So that is the difference on volume and variety. Lean cannot handle a high variety situation, whereas agile prefers to have high variety and low volumes. If you see in any fashion industry, you will have many fashions, many designs, but each sold very small numbers. Whereas if you see, a company would always try to have more volume and less variety. That is what a company desires. Whereas customer wants high variety and whatever he wants at whatever small quantities, limited quantities he wants. Those are the key difference between agile supply chain and lean supply chain. As I said, this is a small sheet where I present the difference between lean supply chain and agile supply chain. In lean supply chain, cost and money and finance, economics is very important. These come from items like commodities. Commodities, what you always buy from market in many, many numbers. In this, profits are very slim, predictable market demand, and these items have a long shelf life. Whereas agile supply chain has focus on speed and time. Delivery is the most important. Biggest example is fashion industries. In fashion industries, the customer is ready to pay the price you demand, and suddenly the demand spurt is there, and one fine day suddenly you find that people no longer buy your product at that price and that volumes. So life cycle is very short when compared to the other products. So these are the questions we need to answer for an agile supply chain situation. Are you meeting the customer requirement before your competitor does? If you are not doing that, you cannot call your supply chain as an agile supply chain. It is just a normal supply chain. If it is agile supply chain, it has to reach to your customer even before your competitor reaches the customer. Next is, are you able to give customization at the mass production rate? You will have to do mass customization. Customization produced in mass is mass customization at the price of a mass production. So even though you are making new designs, the cost of it should not increase on comparison to your earlier mass production methods. So agile supply chain to that extent is always economical. Are you using technology sufficiently to reach your objective? That is another important item in agile supply chain. And whole team should be aware of what is happening. There should be a change in the company who are ready to accept the changes, handle the uncertainties of the situation, and still deliver the product to the customer. I think one of the biggest example of agile supply chain I could tell you is the latest PPE production in India. 6 months before, in India, there was no production of personal protection equipment kits for Corona in India. But today, in 6 months' time, India is the leader of PPE equipment. Every PPE is now made in India. Earlier, we were importing 100%. We are now exporting at least 50% of what we produce today after meeting complete Indian demand. We don't import PPE kits today at all. We are surplus in that. All the companies in this area became agile, started getting the right kind of cloth, implemented that into their supply chains, made various designs, various improvements, and they are now selling the PPE kits in India, made in India for Indian doctors, Indian Corona warriors. That is one of the right example. Even before Chinese, now check whether the litmus test is passing. Customer requirement before competition. For Indian companies, China was the competition. Are you able to now deliver it to the Indian customer before the China? Yes. mass customization at the cost of mass production. Is the prices of PPE kits same as if when you do it in India, just because that you are now doing in urgency, is your cost comparable? Yes, Indian costs are comparable to China, and it is equal of mass production because it is produced in mass. Are you using technology? Yes, I am using sufficient technology in cutting, designing, movement, reaching it to the customer, selling it on the internet. Yes, I have used sufficiently the technology. Mastering change and uncertainty through easy adoption. Yes, Indian companies have adopted well, and they are producing the kits in big numbers. So I have met all the tests for Agile SCM. So manufacture of mask and PPE kits answers this solution. Probably you never saw a mask in these numbers in 6 months before, 8 months before. January, you never knew that mask would be such a big business today. Today, mask is one of the biggest business, and every single Indian has a mask on his face when he goes out. Somebody was telling me, saying that in Bangalore, you can see people with no helmet on the street, but you can never see a street with no masks on the people. So to that extent, it has become a practice, and all masks today are made in India for Indians. So that's a good example of Agile SCM. Just to reiterate how and what are the principles of Agile. Customer satisfaction should be there. Whole team should be ready to change. Deliver as and when it is ready, rather than saying that I will deliver once it is a truckload or once it is a bag load. You require all the teams to work together. You internally and your vendors in their units have motivated team. And it is important to understand the customer requirement, provide the same information to your vendor. That will best happen when you have face-to-face and direct interactions, rather than sending an email, writing a questionnaire, answering a reply on SMS. All that would take time, and there is always chance for misrepresentation. So face-to-face representation and technology to be used here. Next, please do not go in a very high speed or a very low speed. Start the business at a right speed. Continue in the constant pace. So everybody is comfortable. Everybody is knowing what is happening. This is much better than like an auto rickshaw driver accelerating suddenly, slamming brakes, turning left, turning right. No, you drive like a gentleman in the street. That is a constant pace. Ensure that the design you are using is good. Use the right design, use the right systems. This is one of the most important element of Agile. Simplicity. Simplicity is a factor where you make sure that the product you sell, the processes you have is simple. Everybody understands and everybody adheres to what is required. Then allow the teams to have their own methods, their own rules, so that there is an organization which is internally doing what they are supposed to do. Very frequently sit with your team members, see where are the areas of improvement, see the opportunities for improvement, and bring it to the process. These are the 12 simple rules of agility. Now I am sharing the same thing. Satisfy the customer through our continuous delivery. Even if the customer says, I want something different at last minute or at any time in the business sequence, please welcome it. Please, even late deliver the product. What this means is go beyond and ensure that the product is delivered at the outside the working hours, outside the system, so that there is no inconvenience to the customer. Collaborate with your vendors, collaborate with your customers. Have a group of people who are motivated. Continuously have a face-to-face interaction at every level. Keep monitoring what is happening. Working product continuously to demonstrate technical excellence. So you are the leader in your business on a technical front, price front, delivery front, quality front. Make sure that the lines are simplified. Everybody understands what is to be done. I will come to this separately. Maximize amount of work not done. Self-organize retrospect. Turn agile behavior agile. So keep working together. Improve your agile behavior is the most important thing in these 12 principles. Coming to what I said, maximize amount of work not done. Amount of work not done is the important thing. So it is said that a designer has achieved perfection, not one, there is nothing to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. Meaning everything what is done is essential. It is to make sure that we do exactly what is required, and anything if not done is visible or product is not working. So it is 100% essential. 100% essential, 100% to be done, so that the product is complete, delivery is complete, the experience is complete. No surplus, no excess, no fat, nothing. Everything what is there is fit and required. Next is, in an agile process, most second important thing apart from work now, maximize work not done, is making everything visible. Everybody in the supply chain should know, the working team, management and the customer should know what is happening. If you, this is one of the thing I have seen in Swiggy. Make everything visible. If you have ordered on Swiggy, you will see that once you place an order, it says that hotel is reviewing it and it is about to confirm. Once it confirms, they say that your item what you have ordered is under cooking. Next, they always keep you informed whether they have assigned the order to be delivered through their agent. Once the agent is fixed, has the agent reached the place? Is the cooking complete? Once the cooking is complete and the agent has reached, has it been handed over to the agent? Once the agent has picked up, how long it takes to reach you? Once it reaches you, the delivery completion is communicated to everybody. This is the best example for make everything visible. Accountability for the team for their estimates and delivery. Each person knows what he is supposed to do, when he is supposed to deliver, how much he is supposed to deliver. Like the delivery agent in Swiggy, he knows where to collect the food, what is the type of packaging, where it has to be delivered, on delivery should we collect the money or not collect the money, or it is prepaid. All that is informed, and it is the responsibility of the concerned stakeholder to make sure that it is delivered in full and complete and on time. So accountability, delivery time, everything is fixed in that Swiggy or food delivery. That is a right example. Create a safe working environment for everybody, so there is no threats. And most important, the teams can self-organize, meaning if the team says that they want more people, they have the right to take. If they decide to change the process, they should be able to change the process with consent of everybody in the team. They have the right to talk to the customer and advise what is the best for the company. So it is a good example, and make everybody visible, everybody accountable, and ensure it is simplified, and ensure that it is delivered much faster than what it is done in a normal mode. A agile supply chain has 4 important pillars. 1, customer responsiveness and demand forecasting are 2 important things, because how much to produce, when to produce, where to produce is an important thing in business. So in agile, it is the same. I will go through the presentation of a company called Zara in some small time. You will understand that how they are doing that. People and process are totally interlinked, and making sure that everybody understands the company requirement is the last thing, which is and the most important thing. These are the 3 words which are generally used in agile supply chain. KISS. It's totally different from what we knew. In supply chain and today's management terminology, KISS is keep it simple, stupid. So it should be so simple that everybody can know what is happening. And the process is so simple that you cannot make any error. And even a stupid person should be able to do the job without any mistake. Next, dry. Don't repeat yourself. Most important thing is, many times we do a thing so many times that the other person will say, I have understood. Why are you repeating that again? Why are you saying that again? So make sure that your requirements are communicated and it is heard, known to everybody. No question of same thing being repeated again and again. This is one important thing, Yagni. Yagni means you are not going to need it. Many times you would, the best example today is a mobile phone. Mobile phone has so many features today that many people will never use a feature till they have completed, till the end of the use of the phone. That is a standard example. Many times they say that, I didn't know that this feature was there in my phone after 6 months, 1 year. And even if they knew, they would never use it. So if a customer does not know a feature, if the customer does not use a feature till the end, make sure that it is not included and it is not part of the pricing. While the we have talked about agile supply chain. Next question is, what are the rewards of agile supply chain? I don't think I will go through this. Simple, your market becomes bigger, your profits become bigger, quality is better, everybody in the process know what is happening, team is happy, management is happy because costs are lower, customer is happy, employees are happy, management is happy, whole system is happy. That is the reward of an agile supply chain. Is there a standard formula for an agile supply chain? No. Agile supply chain is a mental makeup, and probably this example gives you an answer for that. See the complete perspective, how it is different. How a person believes can alter their lifestyle. You can see a person with a wine and a person with a glass of water. Both are talking about the same thing, and the route is totally different. Similarly, mindset can make major difference, and what is agile in particular business may not be agile in other business. So agile is a mindset which can define our roles, our reaction to failure, our beliefs on effort, our beliefs on strategy, and our attitude towards other success. These are the basics of a mindset, and agile has its own mindset. You can have a fixed mindset. In fixed mindset, you say you have a particular goal. I am going to study a particular thing. I am not going to, I will avoid challenges and I will excel myself. I don't want to fail at all. And I am sitting as a boss, and I have a set of employees or workmen to do it. And if there is a challenge, he becomes helpless because he has not done anything. That is a fixed mindset person. I am sure you have seen fixed mindset people in your lives, how they became obsolete. At every generation, you will have some people who have a fixed mindset, who never change, who never improve, who want to follow the old methodologies. Then they become obsolete. That is the fixed mindset. You would have a set of people who are agile. Their goals are to improve, to learn. They don't want to pass the exam. They want to be the best in learning. They want to be best in their subjects. So those are the kind of people who reach higher levels in life. Today, passing the exam has got different connotation in life. Passing the exam has got different connotation for this month, this year, now. So, person who studies for passing the exam will have a limited success in life. A person who learns for his sake of learning, for improving himself, has a longer success in their lives. A person who's agile is ready to take any challenges which is thrown on him. He does not bother about any other thing except to become a master in his topic. And for him, failure does not lead to helplessness. For him, failure leads to becoming stronger for the next step. As I said, agile is a mind step. It's not a silver bullet to solve all your problems. So, what is agile for you may not be agile for somebody. Similarly, what is agile for somebody may not be agile for you. So you will have to make your own rules. If you have the rules, break your own rules. Keep doing, keep learning, keep improving, and keep changing, and keep reaching the new goals always. That is the definition of agile. I thought one of the good example of Dell, one of the good example of agile manufacturing is Dell made to order module. In this, the customer places the order with specification. Customer requirements are forwarded to manufacturing. The order is received today. Tomorrow, the assembly of PC begins. Probably 3 days down the line, 4 days down the line, PC is shipped. This was the model of Dell. Dell was very, very successful. As they kept their promise and the volumes of started increasing, they found that their customer many times was buying a computer which they did not know how to define. They said that we are ready to give you the RAM what you want. We are ready to give the size of computer, size of hard disk what you want. We can give you the size of a screen size what you want. Then they realized that once the computer was being used by everybody, those everybody did not know how to define a computer. So they came up with 3 kinds of business module. Customer with specific needs. So these guys can go and order exactly what they want on Dell computer website, and they will receive their computers exactly the way they want. Next, they have a pre-configured products. You can pick up the pre-configured products as you want. Third, you can buy whatever is completely ready in their website. So all the 3 options are given to Dell customers. Probably this is the example which I always think is Subway in your city. Subway will have, you tell him whatever you want, whatever vegetables you want, whatever bread you want, whatever meat you want, he will make it and give it to you. If you say that you do the standard, he will do the standard and give it to you. And you always have Coke and biscuits which are ready, which you can pick up whenever you require, which is already pre-configured. So this is the best example for all the 3 modules which are today available in agile supply chain. Subway hotel can be a good example here. Next question is, next example for agile supply chain is this person. This person is Amancio Ortega. Amancio Ortega is one of the top rich person. May not be the 3rd, he might be the 5th in the world. And why are we talking about a 5th richest man in the world in presentation of agile supply chain? And you see this person, he never believes in wearing a coat, he never believes in wearing a jacket, he never believes in wearing a tie. In fact, he doesn't believe in wearing his own dress, his own company dress. I'm giving you this link also. You can pick this up, this link from your professor and then go through this article on supply chain. For the benefit of completion, I am presenting this in a small fashion. I am now talking to you about a company called Zara. Zara is a fashion company in Spain. This was in 1974 they started. Where do they see the fashions? They don't design a fashion. Zara does not design a fashion on its own. It does not have many designers in its team. Their agents keep going to the clubs and social gatherings. They see there what are the designs which people are wearing currently. They go, they take a pic of the people, they take the pic of the design and then send it back to their team. And if it is a similar to what they have, they come into the design in only 2 weeks. If it is a new design, in 4 weeks. If it is an extremely complicated design, in 6 weeks, you will have that design in the Zara store. One of the important things Zara does is they will not have a huge production run. They will have a short production run. So the new fashion is always in short supply, because as and when they complete the production, they dispatch. Every 100 units they dispatch. Every 200 units they dispatch. So there is a limit, always limited stock of new fashion. And if a customer goes delayed, if the customer goes late, the stock is over and he has to wait for the next lot to come. An inventory person will know that in India today, best of the companies operate at 6 to 8 times the inventory levels. Whereas Zara, even though they are in fashion industry, they have 12 inventory turns. He became the richest person because of the pricing is done on the market demand and not because of the cost of manufacture. The speed at the inventory is used to liquidate the stocks, and the speed also determines the pricing at which it is sold. Higher the speed, higher the price. Very interesting, very elegant method of making money. And he has proved that it is possible, and it is important to become the top 10 rich people in the world. Most important and interesting thing is Zara does not have many types of fabrics. They just have 4 or 5. They do the design inside. They do the cutting inside. They do the color dyeing or coloring inside the house. Since they have only 4 or 5 cloths, it is easy to keep changing the colors and cuttings and still have the material available for the production. They have a limited amount of stock of a particular color, and they have cut and kept. Finished goods are limited. So there is never an inventory surplus. Zara has a distribution center called the Cube, which is 5 million square feet, which is highly automated. Their warehouse in Spain is deemed as one of the best example of delivery center. In fact, they have 11 factories around their warehouse, which are interconnected by underground monorail link. Can you imagine an underground monorail link between the factory and the warehouse? This is the kind of technologies they have used. This is the kind of speed they have used. So Zara has got 10 or 11 factories around their Cube or Zara DC, and it is in 10 miles distance. and they have an underground communication to move the material so that there is never a delay in supplies or supply of RM or pickup of finished goods. Similarly, Zara has got a finished goods hub. Finished goods hub does not keep any material, whatever reaches it is further dispatched. Just I have given you the efficiency of reaching the target. They reach China in 48 hours. From Zara factory to China shop, in 2 flat days it is reached. Anywhere in Europe, what is produced today would reach any Zara shop in Europe within 24 hours. Anywhere in USA, it is reached in 48 hours. And in 3 hours, 3 days, it reaches in Japan. This is the definition of speed of delivery. I'm sure many of you would be interested to read this full article. And I am sharing this presentation with your professors Kumar and Prasanna Kumar and Dr. Venkatesh. You might pick this up and arrange to collect it. I wish to close this presentation saying many thanks for your time and attention. I was given 75 minutes. I am closing this session in 75 minutes. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Kumar, for talking to me and arranging this. And also many thanks to Dharmendra for arranging this program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a wonderful talk by Mr. Nataraj. I'm sure all of our students and faculty members who attended the program have benefited. And it's quite an insightful talk because it comes from an industry expert with your kind of depth and width of experience. So I'm sure most of us will benefit. Nice of you to have offered to leave this presentation with us. We will share with the students.
I have already done it, Professor. It is already with you.
Yes. I will share that with my students and also encourage them to read up a little more on it. We do have some modules in some of the subjects based on supply chain, though we don't offer supply chain as a specialty, but this is very much integral to management practices. So we'll benefit from it. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your own stories and as well as very good industry examples, very relevant industry examples. I will now request our director, Dr. BRV, to say some words in concluding remarks before we end the session. But before that, one more thing. If anyone has any questions, we'll open the house for people to ask any questions or queries that people might have. Audience, anybody, you can unmute yourself and ask any questions to Mr. Nataraj if you have. Yeah. Go ahead. Anyone? Right. So we don't see too many queries coming. Yeah, yes, sir.
Prasanna, probably I expect a few questions to be shot at the resource person by marketing students. Anyone?
Yes.
Okay. Fine, I will consider that things have been digested well. Okay. Yes. So now coming back to Mr. Nataraj, sir, can you please highlight some connectivity between just-in-time, lean supply chain management and agile supply chain management? Even in just-in-time also, as we understand from the old concept or the old methodology, the goods are delivered to the step of the manufacturing wing whatever is required at the right time and all that. So is there currently is there a combination of agile supply chain management to just in time? Can you please throw some light on this, sir?
Yes, sir. Just in time focuses on making sure that the product is required at the right time always.
Yeah.
Most important difference is in just in time you are supposed to deliver what has been predetermined by the contract. You are supplying the same thing again and again at the same right time.
Yes, sir.
There you know that if I am starting there today, if today is say 11th of September, I know what you want on 1st January 11 o'clock. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
In just in time, you know, I know that you want on 1st January 2020, this is the item, this is the quantity.
Okay.
Whereas in agile supply chain, I don't know what you want day after tomorrow morning.
Right.
How much you want, I don't know for day after tomorrow morning. It is, you will tell me, Nataraj, I want tomorrow morning, you will come back and tell me, Nataraj, day after tomorrow morning, you please deliver 100 or 1000, I don't know. You want the thing in red or black, I don't know. You want veg or non-veg, I don't know. So that was in hell of a challenge. I don't know whether you are going to buy a birthday cake or a wine bottle. Whereas in just in time, you want only wine bottle 1000 on January 1st.
Very
It is
fine.
totally different, I mean, chalk and cheese kind of a distance.
Okay, thanks for the clarification. Now, I have one or two views about your agile supply chain management. You can probably fine tune or tweak further for better clarity. Like,
Yes. Welcome.
I consider Amazon, who is the e-commerce giant, to be one of the best in your agile supply chain management. Amazon.
Yes.
And probably all these e-commerce giants, like whether you say Amazon or Flipkart or Tata Click, and to a good extent your Big Basket, Milk Basket, and these kind of guys. And we can also find a kind of common thread among all these people. Means there are different manufacturers, there are different customers, the needs are dynamically changing, and the technology usage is very severe. Technology usage is very severe, whether it is picking up the product or transportation or delivery or payment terms, whatever it is. So as you said, only whenever there is a dynamic requirement, as we find in the case of a fashion industry, which is very dynamic, which keeps changing, and also like nobody knows whether in Koramangala somebody needs these are the vegetables, and in Jayanagar fourth block these are the kinds of things of fruits which are in big demand or whatever it is. Technology is made good use of. So whenever there are multi-variety of products and services, our supply agile supply chain management comes into picture, especially with the giants like Amazon, Flipkart, Big Basket, Tata Click, and all these guys. Your further views on this, sir?
Professor, I totally accept. Amazon is a platform for communicating between the bridging between the manufacturer and the customer.
Yes, sir.
He has used that definition very, very intelligently and very, very correctly, very, very positively, and he is able to do it in a good fashion. Now, because of that, Amazon is delivering food. Amazon is delivering what you require in your kitchen. Amazon is delivering electronics. Amazon is delivering everything what you want from morning to evening, everything from the kitchen in your wardrobes to in your what is in your hand, to footwear, to everything. Amazon is able to support with money, loan, Amazon Money, Amazon Wallet, and you can even take a loan from Amazon company. They have been very, very flexible. They are very, very widening. And Amazon will very shortly will be coming up with flight tickets also. I am told they are just waiting for the markets to open. They have not stopped at anything. Whatever can be delivered to a customer shall be delivered. A good example for being agile. Thank you, Professor, for giving that feedback.
Sir, one more thing is, Amazon, just now whatever you and I spoke, it is only between Amazon and the customers. Even if you look at their contract and their kind of working and their speed of working with the vendors, even that is pretty fantastic and highly technologically supported. And there also a lot of transparency is there.
Yes.
Your views on this, yeah. Even vendors are taken into full confidence.
Yes, yes, vendors are taken into full confidence. Yes, sir.
Okay. Coming to the point of conclusion, thank you, Mr. Nataraj, for your sparing of time, which has definitely benefited all of our MBA students here. And I'm sure that they would have loved this session, but for few technical difficulties or snags in the beginning of the session. But you know, that's all part and parcel of the game. Thank you very much again. And probably once our classes reopen in the physical form, we would love to have you for certain specialized sessions with our students. Thank you very much, sir. From the heart, we express our sincere thanks for your sparing time with all of our students and the faculty. Thank you and have a great day, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanking you for making me a speaker in your Chanakya session and giving me that satisfaction that I am part of the Chanakya sessions. Intelligent set of people on the. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Right.
Thank you. Bye.